And definitely water getting in there. So notice some water coming out there. And that's because, they didn't really bring their shingle over far enough. And no drip edge. And the gutter's kind of, well, it looks like that decking is sitting back a little bit, and that step flashing is short right there, so that water just runs in behind that gutter right there because that flashing is short. That should be fixed. Oh, looks like you got a couple of tabs missing there. A couple of tabs here. Here, it's not a problem because there's a shingle there, but here where the shoe shingles come together, that could be a potential for a leak there. So again, that tab that's missing right here, where two shingles come together. So you have a spot right here to about right there where that water can get in that little crack right there. And that is just about directly under or above where that leak was at in there, in that room. But I do see another spot here. Looks like the water there, looks like there's a piece that's broke off here and a piece that's broke off over there. So that could be water coming down here and just running across and leaking in that nail hole because it's definitely overdriven. Won't know till I get in there a little closer though with a flat bar. So here on this pipe boot, looks like the shingles kind of broke off here, but that nail is definitely overdriven and the water might be running sideways there, and looks like it is a little bit, so that water could get through that nail hole. And here looks like there was a nail driven through the flashing, through the plastic there, and that's not good. But what would be worse is the water that get trapped on this plastic pipe will run down here, and believe it or not, it'll hug the shingle and get in that little gap right there. As it gets in that gap, it'll leak right through that nail hole right there. So there's a lot of water getting right in that nail hole right there. So I would believe that's the biggest cause of the leak there, because you see they seal the top of the nail, but they didn't seal underneath. Maybe they should have put a bead of caulking here and drove their nail through the caulking and then sealed the top, but you never see anybody do that. And then of course here you can see on this side as well, that water has built up so much, there's a little bit of, looks like a little bit of mold right there, you know, that's kind of growing. And it's not necessarily bad, it just means it just proves the water's getting in there. So that's where I think that leak would be at there. And also here in that little crack right there. Okay, when they roofed this house, somebody started from that end and came this way, and then somebody started from this end and came this way. The shingles didn't line up, so they took their coping and they just went ahead and roofed right over top of where the two pieces of shingle come together because they wouldn't match up correctly. That was definitely the wrong way to do it. Looks like you had some shingles placed in here before. Looks like that shingle was replaced before, and it's still sealed good, but this one here, they just stuck it underneath the existing one right there. So that's not a proper repair. Not necessarily going to cause a leak, but it was just done incorrectly, that's all. And then here again, because you've got this tab missing right where this seam comes together, that's a potential for a leak. That little 3-inch little spot there, because this bottom shingle that was replaced, you can see it comes all the way up to about right in there, because it's 12 inches from here up to there. But that little spot right there could let some water in. Okay, on the back on this side, it looks like these shingles have been blown up by the wind. Yeah, they're all broken and folded over. So yeah, those are that's definitely bad. They're still intact, but they're not, you know, shedding water like they're supposed to. So that should be fixed as well. Now this pipe boot here, that's not a good thing. All the water, you can see the stains right there. That means water's running that way. And it could get in that nail hole right there. That nail is overdriven. But what's worse is the seam, the two shingles coming together. So that water can run sideways, and you can see some of the debris there in that dirt. That water's running sideways into that little spot right there where those two shingles come together. So that could be a potential leak there. This side, yeah, the water runs off in that dirty spot, and it runs over here into that overdriven nail, so water could get in there as well. The front of these are in pretty good shape, so you're not having any current leaks right there, it looks like. But I would be concerned about this one, because where this gap is at, that water can run in here and then just get in that nail hole there. And of course, the pipe boot itself could be a potential leak because it's rotted out. Okay, got another shingle missing here. Looks like the one below it here was replaced before. And yeah, it definitely was. It didn't seal either. So just placing the shingle there doesn't fix it because it doesn't seal. And now the next time you get, you know, some wind, it's going to blow under there. This nail is exposed because it's too low. It's overdriven and it's rusty, so there's water getting in that nail as well. Here, not so bad. You got an overdriven nail here. And then where the two shingles come together. So you've got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots. That would definitely be a concern. But I really don't think this roof is probably, I'd say 12 to 13 years at the most. But it doesn't have to be replaced just because there's a few issues, because, you know, wind damage or improper installation. You can definitely repair this roof and get another 10 or 12 years out of it. Okay, I took this pipe boot out to confirm whether there's water getting in there or not. And this is what we found. Oh yeah, that water been getting in there for a long time. And so now there's a good spot right there where that wood's in bad shape. So yeah, that's not good. And it's sad that this one little nail that was just driven wrong was causing all that problem and just causing all that water to soak up in there. So that could have been prevented if it would just been done in a better manner. So water been getting under there for a long time in that hole right there where that pipe boot was nailed to the roof. Okay, got those couple there. Got those replaced. Got that one replaced. I got these replaced. Got those replaced. Those replaced. We got those replaced here. Put another cap on this pipe boot. This pipe boot we had to change, and the other video shows that it was definitely leaking in that spot because of that nail on the front of it. So underneath here we can see got the Grace ice and water shield, and there's nothing going to penetrate that. So all that water's flowing off correctly now. They're all sealed down. Yeah, they're already starting to seal real good. I don't even want to move that. So yeah, they're all sealed down good now. And of course we got these replaced. And then there was about 100 other shingles that were loose when we sealed all those. And we just go along here and just check them real easy if they lift at all. And then we seal them up. So like I said, we did about 100 of those. Yeah, see there's one more there right there. So I'll get that one too.